Okay, dah. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group H.A.T I. We present our presentation, which title Campus Find. Next.
So this is the overall use case diagram for our system, Campus Find. It gives a bird's eye view of everything the system can do and who interacts with it. We have three actors. The primary actor is the student or staff member. They are the main users of the system. We also have a faculty admin who handles administrative tasks and an external system called the H.A.T.I identity system, which handles authentication. Everything starts with use case 1, which is login via university credential. This is included by almost every other user case, meaning users must be authenticated before they can do anything. The login itself is handled externally through the H.A.T.I identity system. Once logged in, students and staff can perform several actions, and they can report a lost item through use case 2 or report found item through use case 3. When a found item is reported, it automatically triggers use case 5, which is automatic matching and notification, which checks whether the found item corresponds to any existing lost item reports. Users can also search and browse reports via use case 4, and this also includes the automatic matching process, so the system is always working in the background to connect lost and found items. If a user identifies a found item as theirs, they can go through use case 6, submit a claim, which then includes use case 7, verify and approve or reject the claim, handled by the faculty admin. Users can also track their item status through use case 8, and the faculty admin has access to use case 9, which is manage reports via the admin dashboard. Finally, use case 10 allows items to be marked as handed over, closing the loop once a claim item has been physically returned to its owner. So in summary, the diagram shows a complete life cycle from login, reporting, matching, claiming, verification, and lastly, resolution. Next.
Okay, through the activity diagram for UC1, login via university credential. This flow outlines the standard procedure for a user to gain access to the Campus Find platform using their official university identity. Step 1, initial access. The process begins at the initial node when a user navigates to Campus Find. Once the landing page loads, the system prompts the user for their credentials. Specifically, they are required to enter their metric or staff ID along with their university password. Step 2, submission and validation. After the user clicks the login button, the system enters a decision page to verify the information against the university database. The error loop, if the system determines the current credentials are not valid, it moves to the no path. The system displays an error message stating invalid credentials and loops the user back to the input field to try again. The success path, once valid university credentials are provided, we proceed down the yes path. Step 3, profile integration and completion. Upon successful authentication, the system automatically retrieves the user's profile from the UTM system. This ensures that the user's data is synchronized and accurate. Finally, the user is redirected to the dashboard, marking the successful completion of the login activity. Next. For the UC2 report lost item, this flow outlines the process for a user to officially report a lost item on the platform. Step 1, interpretation and data entry. The process starts when a user selects the report lost item option. The user is then presented with a form to fill in key details, including the item's title, category, and description, the last known location, and the date and time it went missing. The user has the optional step to upload a photo to the report. Step 2, submission and validation. Once the form is complete, the user clicks submit. The system then performs an automatic validation check to confirm all required fields. If no, the system highlights incomplete areas, shown here as show inline validation errors, and points the user back to the form filling step. If yes, the system moves forward. Step 3, processing and conclusion. The system saves the lost item report. Crucially, this action automatically triggers an automatic matching process to check against found items. Finally, the report is made visible to all faculty members, maximizing the chance of recovery. The process then concludes. Next.
So for the use case 3, these activity diagrams walk through what happens when a user reports a found item. The user starts by selecting the report found item from the navigation, then fills in the details: title, category, description, location found, date and time, and where the item is currently being kept. They then upload a photo, which is mandatory for found item reports, and click submit. At this point, the system validates the form. If any required fields are missing or no photo was provided, validation errors are shown and the user is looped back to the current correct form. Once everything checks out, the system saves the found item report, automatically triggers the matching process against existing lost item reports, and finally makes the report visible to all faculty members on the search page. Next. Activity diagram 4, search and browse reports. This diagram covers how users search and browse through reports. The user navigates to the search page and enters a keyword and or applies filters. This includes category, location, date, and status. The system then queries the database for matching reports. If no matches are found, the system displays a no result found message. If there are matches, the results are written as paginated item card, keeping the interface clean and manageable. The user can then click on any item card to view its full details. Next.
Alright, for this slide, I explain the activity diagram for automatic matching and notification, which is UC5. So, the process starts when a new lost or found report is submitted by a user. Next, the system automatically scans existing reports of the opposite type. For example, if someone reports a lost item, the system will check all found item reports. Then, the system performs a comparison based on category, location, and date, specifically within a 7-day range to keep the result relevant. At this point, there is a decision whether a potential match is found or not. If no match is found, no action is taken and the report simply remains active in the system. But if a match is found, the system will then calculate a confidence level to determine how strong the match is. After that, the system will send notification both via email and in-app to the user involved. Finally, the match result will be displayed on both user dashboard, allowing them to take further actions. And that completes the automatic matching process. Next. This slide shows the activity diagram for submit claim and verify claim, which are UC6 and UC7. The process begins when a claimant views a found item report. If they believe the item belongs to them, they will click on submit claim. Then the claimant needs to answer verification questions such as describing the item's brand, marks, or contents. This step is important to ensure that the claim is legitimate After submission, the finder receives a notification about the claim. Then the finder will then review the claimant answer carefully. At this stage, there is a decision whether the claim is approved or rejected. If the claim is rejected, the system will notify the claimant that their claim was unsuccessful. If the claim is approved, both users will be notified and the handover location will be provided. After the item is successfully returned, the finder will mark the item as handed over and the system will automatically update the status to return. And that completes the claim and verification process. Next.
So next, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I would like to present for the activity diagram for the UC8, which is the track item system. So the first thing for this activity diagram, allow user to monitor the progress of their lost and found item and take further action if needed. So the flow is the user log in and navigate to the dashboard, and then they go through to the either to select my report or track item, which is if they select my report, it will go to the my report view, and next will be go to the track item view. When the system retrieve all the reports submitted by the involved of the user, the system will display reports with the current status label, which is missing, found, and awaiting claim, match, handover, and or return. And next, the user select a specific report to view detail. So when the status have been selected, if the user select still missing, it will display report detail and suggest refining the report or checking match result. If it match, it will display the match detail and the confidence level, prompt user to submit a claim from the UC6. If the status awaiting and handover or return, the display will give a full status history and handover location detail. And next, user can view the last status and timeline of updates. For the next action, the user can select either done or close or an edit report. If the user select edit report, it will directly to have a form to edit the report, and if the user select done or close, it will return to the dashboard. So for the activity diagram for UC9, admin manage report, this flow allows the faculty admin to control, update, and manage all the report in the system. So the first thing, the admin logs in and open admin dashboard. They can view all the information in it, and the admin can view all the report and the current status. And if admin take a action, it require yes or no. If yes, it will end. If no, it will end, and yes, it will select report to manage. And the further action type, which is the admin can update status, remove report, and generate report. If the admin update status, it will update item status manually. And if select remove report, it will remove and close report. If the action wants to generate a report, the system will generate a summary report. And next, the last action for the admin is change, save, and dashboard refresh. So next we go to the flow event.
Alright, for the first flow of events, UC1, which is flow in via university credentials. This slide cover the specification for UC1, login via university credentials. The main goal is for users to authenticate into Campus Find using their existing university accounts. H.A.T.I and conditions. H.A.T.I, this process applied to students, staff, and faculty admin. Pre-condition, the user must have an active account and be on the login page. Post-condition, successful login lead to a personalized dashboard. The normal flow, credential, the user enters their metric number or staff ID and password. Validation, the system sends these details to the UTEM identity system for verification. Profile setup, once confirmed, the system retrieves the user's full name, faculty, and account type. Access, the system determines the user role and redirect them to their dashboard. Exception, invalid login. If credentials are wrong, the system displays an invalid credentials message and asks the user to check their ID and password. Next, inactive account. If an account is deactivated, the system informs the user to contact the IT department and denies access. Next slide. For the flow of events, UC2, report lost item. This slide details the flow of events for UC2, which allows students and staff to submit a report for personal item lost within the faculty. Precondition and goals. Before starting, the user must be successfully logged in. Objective, the goal is to save the report, make it visible to faculty members and triggers automatic matching. Also, from entry, the user select report lost item and fills the in details like the title, category, location, and date. Optional content, they may also optionally upload a photo of the item. System processing, once submit is clicked, the system validates the fields, save the report with missing status, and automatically triggers the matching process against found item. For visibility, the report then becomes visible on the search page for all authenticated faculty members. Alternative and exception flows, edits and closures, users can navigate back to their dashboard to edit details or close the report if the item is found. Missing data, if required fields are left blank, the system use inline error message to highlight the missing information. Next, photo errors. If a photo upload fails due to size or format, the system notifies the user that only image files up to 2 MB are accepted. Next.
So for flow of event of UC3, here we have the structured flow of events for UC3. The actor is a student or staff member, and the preconditions require that the user is logged in and has physically found an item they want to report responsibly. The normal flow follows the steps we saw in the activity diagram: selecting the report form, filling in the details, uploading a photo, submitting, and the system saving that and triggering matching. For the alternative flow, if the user needs to update the storage location after submission, they can go to their dashboard, edit the report, update the item recap at fill, and submit. The exception flows cover 3 scenarios: missing required fields, no photo uploaded, and invalid file type of oversized photo. In each case, the system displays a clear error message and loops the user back to the correct issue. Next. Then for the flow of event of UC4, search and browse reports. UC4 is accessible to all authenticated users, staff, student, and admins. The precondition is simply that the user is logged in and there's at least one active report in the system. In the normal flow, the user navigates to the search page, enters keywords or selects filters, submit the search, and the system returns matching result as paginated cards. The user then click through the view full items. For the alternative flow, if no keyword or filter is entered, the system to showing all active reports ordered by developers. If the user modifies their search criteria, the query simply re-executes. Lastly, the exception flow is straightforward. If nothing matches, no result found. The message is displayed and the user is prompted to try different keywords or filters. Next.
Next, we have the flow of events for UC5, which is automatic matching and notification. Unlike other processes, this is a background function that ensures efficiency without manual searching. Uh, this use case is unique because it is driven by a single automatic actor, that is the system, which is triggered automatically. The system automatically cross-reference newly submitted reports against existing ones to identify potential matches. Preconditions. Before this process can run, two conditions must be met. First, a new lost item report or found item report has just been submitted, or there are existing reports of the opposite type already in the system. Now, let's look at the automatic steps the system takes. A new lost or found item report is successfully submitted via UC2 or UC3, and then the system immediately scans all existing reports of the opposite types. The system compares reports based on three strict criteria: item category, must match, faculty location, same or nearby, and date within 7 days of each other. And then the system identifies one or more potential matches. It calculates a confidence level for each potential match found. The system sends an email notification and an in-app notification to both users involved. And the match is displayed on both user dashboard, showing the confidence level and the details of the other report. There's a few scenarios where the flow change. First, no matches found. No notification. If no matching reports are found, no notification is sent. The report remains active and will be re-evaluated when new opposite type reports are submitted. Second, if an email notification fails to send, the system automatically retries. However, the in-app notification is still displayed immediately, so the user doesn't miss the match. Finally, for the outcome, if a potential match is found, both users are notified via email and in-app alert, and the match is officially logged on their dashboard. Next. Alright, this slide explains the flow of event for UC7 and UC6, which is submit claim and verify claim. First, a quick overview. This use case involves two actors: the claimant, who believe the item belongs to them, and the finder, who currently has the item. The main goal here is to allow the claimant to request the item and for the finder to verify and decide whether to approve the claim. Before the process starts, there are a few preconditions. The user must already be logged in, a found item report must exist, and the claimant believes the item belongs to them. Now, for the normal flow of events, then the process starts when the claimant search for and selects a found item report. Then they click on submit claim. Next, the system will show a verification form where the claimant needs to provide details about the item, such as brands, marks, or contents. After filling in the form, the claimant submits the claim, and the system will notify the finder through email and in-app notification. Then the finder will then log in, view the claim, and review the answer provided. At this point, the finder makes a decision. If everything matches, they will approve the claim. Once approved, both users are notified and the handover location is displayed. After the item is returned, the finder mark is as handed over, and the system updates the status to return and close the report. If the finder is not satisfied with the answer, they can reject the claim. Optionally, they can provide a reason. Then the system will notify the claimant that the claim is rejected and the item will remain available for other claims. There are also some exceptions cases, like if the claimant does not complete the verification form properly, the system will prompt them to fill in all required fields. Next, if the funder does not respond within a certain time, the system will send a reminder notification. And if the delay continues, an admin may intervene to resolve the situation. Finally, for the outcome is if the claim is approved, the item is successfully returned and the case is closed. If rejected, the claimant is notified and the item remain open for future claims.
Next, next for the flow even for the UC8, this is the flow for the track item status, which the use case ID we put UC8 and the case name is the track item status. For the actor using for this system, which is the student, staff, and also the faculty admin. For the description of this flow, and a user can monitors to current status of their own lost or found item report, view the status timeline, and takes follow-up action if required. They have precondition and also a postcondition. For the precondition, the first is the user is successful login from the UC1 completed, and second, the user has at least one submitted lost or found item report in the system. For the postcondition, the user has viewed the latest status of their selected report and optionally taken a follow-up action such as editing the report and navigating to the match claim. For the normal flow for this track item status, first the user navigate to the dashboard and select my report or track item. If they after they selected, the system retrieve all the reports submitted by or involving the user. Next, the system display the reports as a list with their current status label, which is missing, found, awaiting claim, match, handover, and also return. And the user select a specific report to view its full details. Next, the system display the report detail along with a timeline of all status updates, and the user review the status and timeline, and lastly, the user close the view or process with a follow-up action. For the alternative flow, there is three if we use this is if the item status is matched, the system display the match found item report alongside the confidence level. And next, the system prompts the user to submit a claim via use from the UC6, and the user may click submit claim, and the use case transition to UC6, the use case, and then the use case will end. Next, if the user want to edit their report, firstly, the user click edit report from the status view. Second, the system redirect this user to the report edit form. And lastly, the user updates the report details and resubmit, and the use case ends. The last one, if the user wants to close their own report, firstly, the user clicks close report, and last, the system marks the report and close and remove it from active search result, and the use case end. Last but not least, the acceptation flow. If the user have no report in the system display you have no active or past report. And second, the system provide a shortcut to report lost item for the UC2 and report found item from the UC3, and the use case will end. If a report status cannot be retrieved due to a system error, the system display unable to load report status and have a status to tell that please try again later. And last, the user is returned to the my report list. Next, for the flow of event for the UC9, manage report for the admin dashboard. For the use case ID, we use the use case 9, and the use case name, which is the manage report admin dashboard. For the actor using this system is the faculty admin. So this flow, the faculty admin manage all lost and found reports, update status, remove invalid reports, and generate all the summary reports. For the pre-condition, the faculty admin is logged in and has been assigned the admin role, and report exists in the system. For the post-condition, the selected report have been updated, removed, and summarized as required. The dashboard reflects the latest state. For the normal flow for this flow, the faculty admin logs in and is directed to the admin dashboard. And second, the system display all reports with their current status, including active, match, and also closed report. For the action, the admin select a report to manage, and after selecting the report, the admin updates the item status manually. For example, from found to return. And next, the system save and change. The system save the change and refresh the dashboard. And also the system reflect the update status across all user-facing views. For the accession flow, if the admin attempts to access a report that no longer exists, the system will display report not found. It may have been removed already. And next, the admin will return to the dashboard. So that's all for our system. Thank you.